Well, hello again, YouTube. It's Petey, and welcome to another exciting edition of Mailbag. What's in the mailbag today for Petey? We got some packages to open. I'm here with Chicken Bobby. Hello, Chicken. He was home by himself all day. My nephew, Anders, got married to his wife, Kate. Andrews and Katie, congratulations. Anders was on the Deaf Olympics. He was the hockey player who went to Italy to compete in the Deaf Olympics, and they took home the gold medal. They beat Finland and Russia, beat everybody. So we're real proud of my nephew, and I guess he's playing on the team. Olivet has a college team now, which is new. And my brother, his father, is the coach. So he's going to be getting his master's degree. He's like a nurse. And he married this girl, Katie, like they met. And it was kind of quick. So they did an outdoor wedding today. And it was beautiful. The place was really cool, and they had like hanging lights, and they had candles on the. His mom prepared the food for 250 people. She made tacos, so they had chicken, beef, and pork tacos. It was good. A little unconventional. They had some real religious music. And then that went like a record scratch sound. And then it was like 99 problems, but the bitch ain't one. Like that. They were playing some music that I was a little surprised to hear. But it was a really nice outdoor wedding. My daughter did that. She planned and pretty much did the whole thing herself. And the place she did hers at was, it's a place that's what they do there. They do weddings. I think it's called St. James Farm was where my daughter got married at. And she had a really nice outdoor wedding as well. I don't remember the food, but it wasn't tacos.
No, I think it was like a pasta dish and maybe chicken, like the typical wedding food, I think.
Yeah. A little bit more conventional. So we're real happy for my nephew and his bride. They're going to Miami, and then they're taking a cruise to the Bahamas. For the honeymoon. So Keita was home by himself all day. Poor baby. Donna and I have been spending a lot of time in the kitchen, and he's used to us being in here. So these are glass rods, glass stir rods, for when you do not want to contaminate whatever you're working with. You use glass stirring rods. And I gotta say, the ride home, it was like about an hour, a good hour. And I've noticed a trend on the weekends. If you're on the highway, people are doing 90. They're driving 90 miles an hour, and they're aggressively changing lanes. I don't know if they're going to the city to get their cocaine or go pick up, go to the club, go get their weed. I don't know why you would be driving 90, 100 miles an hour. And if I go to the city and see a show and come back at that time at 1, 12, midnight or 1, it's the same thing. people swooping across all lanes of traffic, and the ones that will actually change lanes. You get these guys that'll come up doing 90 and just right on your bumper. And it was very rough. It was construction. It was just boom, bam. You know, and then it's guys with trucks with super bright headlights right on your rear end. And it's construction. It's like, what are you doing? You don't do 90 in a construction zone. I don't. So it was a really bad ride home. I'm really glad to be home right now. Really glad to be home. So this, I have no idea what this is. Oh, this is an amp board. This is a PAM 8610. So it has a DC input. There's a pair of stereo outputs, and there's a let's just this is going to be a long one, so if you're a fan of Mailbag, you're in for a treat, because we've got a few packages to open today. I've never played with one of these PAM 8610 amp boards. I've got some projects. There's like a jumper. Right now I'm putting the hardware on the potentiometer. So boy, that's a big cap there. 35 volt, 2200 microfarad. There's a little tiny heat sink there. So it looks like, what is that jumper for? There's a jumper on the front. See that next to the switch, that little black thing? So it's actually labeled. It's labeled CON1 and CON3. Huh. It looks to me like this is the input here. There's a 3.5 mil input, and then this 2.1 mil DC port, and then your speaker outputs. So maybe these connectors are CON1 and CON3, and they've got CON1 jumper. Maybe it's just the power switch. Maybe that's how you turn it on. So in that case, I would, unless I have an external power switch, if I was going to run the switch off the board, you could remove the jumper and then solder a couple wires onto those. I don't like using the clips. I prefer to just solder onto the bottom of the board. If I have the clip, you know, maybe I'll use it, but PAM 8610. And this one is light. I'm all tore up. I got these two razor cuts that are like infected. Man, they hurt. And then I got this cut. I got a razor cut right in here. You probably can't see it. I put it hurts so bad. It was infected, and I had to cut this little flap of skin off of there. Oh, it's a magnetic stir bar. Look at that. Okay, this one, I've been waiting for this. This one should run quieter. It doesn't have anything, it's just smooth. The other one that I have that's this shape has like a trapezoidal shape, little plastic rib in the middle of it, which I prefer it to not make as much noise. If it can be quiet, you know, it would be great, as opposed to it being noisy. It's just what I like. Prefer it to be quiet. So I purchased that one because I'd never tried that size, and it looked like maybe it would be quiet. Okay, now here we have some fasteners. So we got a little bag of screws like that. We got a little bag of screws. We got like 3 sizes, like a little bit smaller, small, medium, yeah, M28, M210. So those will go, I have a specific jar with the small screws. Those will go right into that jar. And I use them. I use those screws. Anytime I build something with batteries, there's usually like 6 screws for the battery holder, the battery tray. And we have a PT2399. This is a Kuroki Echo board. So if you remove, sometimes they give you a pad for it, a through hole slot. Here's a spot for a potentiometer. So yeah, I'm not sure if I have to remove this R27. But they give you a spot over here on right in here. There's a blank spot to cut a potentiometer in. And that will give you an adjustment to adjust the delay time on this Echo. And you can get a pretty long delay. You can get like 700 milliseconds, almost a full second out of this. And these are pretty affordable boards. They're just a couple bucks. So that's for the same audio project that first amp board was for, which I'm not sure if the solenoid, I forgot to order the solenoid initially, so that's coming at a later date, a separate order. Oh, a little prism, look at that. This is going to be a gift for someone who is a Dark Side of the Moon enthusiast. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. It's a prism. Super cool. That's going to be a gift for a Pink Floyd fan who is near and dear to my heart. Pretty cool gift. I'm gonna have to play with that. See, can we get it to reproduce the Dark Side of the Moon album cover? And I think this is it. Yep, this is gonna be it. So. Screws. So these are 3mm pick guard screws. We've got 2 bags of black and four bags of silver. So these are sold as pick guard screws. They're 3mm long, or 3mm diameter, And they're about 3/4 of an inch long, I'd say. Maybe a little over that. But yeah, these are, I use these too. And I like having both colors. I like having the black and the chrome. So you can kind of pick what color you're going to use depending on the application. So, some amp boards, a delay, a prism, a magnetic stir bar, an echo unit, and a bunch of fasteners. Mailbag. Now we know what was in the mailbag. This is the 500. I made this yesterday. It's got some packing foam in the bottom with some tape, just built-in stir, and then a snuffer to put on the top, and a glass down stem. And I got two of these. One like this one, and then a bigger, like a double lined, like big one. And the airflow on this is spectacular. It's a lot of airflow, and that's a really nice piece. That's the best one I ever made, I gotta say. I tried it out yesterday, and man, I really like that. It did get me. I had one that was like, oh, I had to get a cough drop. It like scorched the back of my throat. So you got to be careful with that. Good boy. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Mailbag. What's in the mailbag today for Petey? We ran out yesterday, and we had to get some last minute stuff at the resale store, and they had a bunch of speakers. They had a Paradigm Atom V3 and the stuff I bought, they were all singles. Definitive Mythos Gem. I got an Edifier and then the Paradigm Atom V3, which are all three like nice speakers. It was $13 total for the speakers, but and we got a blender and a paper shredder that I modified for a little heavier duty chort, and neutered all the safety features on it. Safety first. Anyway, hey, they don't call me Petey Two Finger for nothing. I will talk to you guys soon, and peace.